Howdy Wastelanders, Sergeant Lucky here, with the first New Vegas mod review, and where better to start than the most popular download, the wandering, singing, dog food loving, carefree and ignorant Willow.
Your fellow Vault 76 dwellers will have emerged as well. Brave the new world together.
Willow was originally uploaded to the Nexus in 2011. Her breakout to fame began when the legendary Al Chessbreach reviewed her on August 13th, 2011, a month after she was originally uploaded, where most experienced the character and her quirks, so to say. The last update by the mod author was in 2016, and their work continued into the Heather Kasdan companion, who is arguably better than Willow, but we'll get to that later, as I've never played with Kasdan myself. Willow was more recently present in the Mike Burnfire Fallout series, where they too hated her after a while. But why is the most popular companion genuinely disliked, you may ask? Well, that's because of her.
I thought I had seen every species of moronic petty bullshit, but you've just topped the list. Congratulations!
Willow was born in Oregon, where her parents ran a motel. Traveling caravans inspired her to seek out adventure with her friend Bethy. Plans changed, and she came with her dog Big George. However, he was killed by geckos. Traveling with a big guy and his dog JT, they made it to the Mojave outpost, but parted ways. When you find Willow at her tent between the Nevada Highway Patrol Station and the Nipton pit stop, she's been robbed by vipers and asks for our help. Afterwards, she joins your long list of forgotten followers. Traveling with Willow or just by chatting with her, you'll notice her overwhelming, apt, positive attitude and outlook on life. There's no bad day for her, just missteps on the way to happiness. You got shot in the head and left for dead? Oh no, why would someone do that? I don't know, maybe this is the Mojave and people shoot each other over caps with blue stars. Disregarding her naivete, she's genuinely unaware that the world's cruel and thinks that some sort of story adventure. She sings, quips, and has the iconic status of being the companion who openly eats homemade dog biscuits. No, I'm not fucking joking. Oh, and her Hello Kitty necklace that stands out. Though you can download a mod that removes it and makes her more lore friendly, but we're going by how she is by default. Age-wise, she feels like a teenager or someone in their early 20s, but my god in Zion, does she not shut the up. She sings every 5 seconds, it feels like, though it's 5 minutes according to the mod author. Though in recording she barely did, and I know you can tell her to stop singing like you can change her tactics, but I play all these campaigns with their base unaltered traits. That's how they were designed, and so it's the truest to who the character is. Even if the occasional bug just makes her a walking bullet sponge for fiends, she has her utilities and dialogue. First, you need to help her on her.
You are the lowest form of commie scumbag I've ever had the misfortune to lay eyes on!
Starting Willow's quest has you find her stolen items that was taken from her, her brush gun Beauty, and Moira the bear, leading you to a Viper encampment, and if you did this early like me, it'll be some trouble. So I grabbed the rest of the Bad Luck Wolves at our hideout, and the 2 weirdos at Novak, then wiped out those Vipers. Giving the items back, Willow tells us that Chester, another doll, is in possession of Big Ghoul Guy over at RecCon. Taking over our band of companions, we marched on over where we met Jessica, the ghoul, who's in love with Big Ghoul. Backtracking to a camp we passed by, the ghoul and his dog JT suddenly appear and wait for us, and we have some interesting conversations, and by that I mean not fucking any. I ended up buying JT from Big Ghoul since Willow lost her dog and got the last part. Thus we complete her main quest, but there's more. She collects pencils, so you can get 50 of them for her. Where can you find that many is... yeah, I genuinely can barely find 5 in a regular unmodded playthrough. You can also take her shopping all over the Mojave. You can also have her learn unarmed from trainers. All the while you can give her presents once a day to increase your affinity with her, because she has her own system. Eventually she'll, do the devil's tango and get frisky with the player. Avert thy innocent eyes, children of Zion, but the nasty is going down. And now that you've likely unmarried her, you can never truly dismiss her, but you can tell her to make herself at home wherever you please. You can repeat the Babylonian tango, and for your Lover's Lab degenerates, I have nothing more to say. But I have more to say on her.
In this instance, your current defensive implement will not be enough to do the job. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection.
Talking to Willow reveals that she can spawn a campfire whenever asked, help you cook, loot, loan her brush gun, holster and unholster her rifle, and eventually she'll change her armor. Her first perk we'll talk about is the pencil challenge. This just makes items that weigh 2 pounds or under practically nothing. Honestly, doing the pencil challenge is not really worth it. The next and initial perk you get from recruiting her increases your speech by 10 and charisma by 1. Other than that, she has idle chatter, interacts with your surroundings, and comments depending on your location.
Tell my mama I've done my best. Pin my medals upon my chest. Box me up and ship me home.
My notes here aren't as extensive as you think. There's not too much I'd change about Willow, just appearance and some character. First, be gone, Hello Kitty. Second, I'm entirely scrapping her romance and reorganizing her quest. First bit is fine, but Chester will have more ties to her life back home. I get from a dead close one maybe, and trek all across the Mojave for Willow just to have to make a choice to get Chester and revenge against thieves or save you, to fit in the game's theme of letting go, essay pending. Slowly, she'd harden to the reality that the Mojave is really shitty, and not like the story she heard about, but not entirely emo. However, this is just my quick half-assed thought. If you like her quest and personality, that's fine, but here, the wolves, she's not welcome. Now it's time for our luckies.
You've gotten a lot farther than you should have, but then you haven't met Frank Horrigan either. Your ride's over, Mutie. Time to die.
Willow has installed memories of cringe, wonder, and annoyance, but overall she wasn't bad. My time traveling with her took me across the waste to meet up with the other wolves near the 188 and pick up Veronica. Other than that, and some adventures searching for a new home, I certainly had no care for her story. Her basic opinion on the situation was NCR good and Legion bad. With her complex scripting and interactability with the Mojave, it's added up to my final rating. She earns a solid Sunset Sarsaparilla. Not bad, but not my favorite traveling companion. Hire her at your own risk of sanity. Good luck, couriers, and next time I'll fall down the rabbit hole of Alice in Shadowland. Well, that ties up that loose end. Come on, let's go down to the saloon.
As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec-provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge.